Ladies and gentlemen, in our 50th year of independence, we are continuing to believe in Bahamians. Today, we have two-time Olympic gold champion, Shaunae Miller-Uibo, sitting and chatting with us about her life as being one of the most iconic Bahamian sprinters in history. So I want to first open up this conversation and ask you, how does it feel to be etched in history as a Bahamian icon?
You know what? It's an amazing feeling just to be able to do what I love and do it well. I don't particularly see myself as an icon or, put any labels to it, but I'm just having so much fun with everything that I do, and just to be able to represent the country and do well and bring home some gold medals, that's a feeling that's beyond me.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I was always good at running my mouth. They don't have anything in the Olympics for that as yet. I think if they do...
Eventually.
Yeah. But I want to ask you some speed questions. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, so you ready?
Yes.
So the first one, who calls you the most in your family?
That would probably be my big sister, Shaunae.
What do you spend most of your mobile data on?
TikTok, unfortunately.
You use a TikTok now?
I am.
So what do you look at on TikTok?
I scroll. I'm on the normal feed, and I'm just scrolling through all type of different videos. So I like it all. It's quite addictive.
Okay, so talk about the importance of staying connected to your family when abroad.
It's so important to stay in contact with my family when I'm abroad, because we're such a close-knit family, and we call each other just about every day. So it's always important just to, make sure I'm speaking with them. It keeps me a lot more calm and just gets me excited to go and compete.
Okay, mayo and conch salad or without?
Without. I haven't even tried it.
Me either.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I'm still sketchy about it, but who knows? One day I might just give it a try.
So while we're on the topic of the family, where did your love for track and field come from?
It was just always a part of me. A lot of my family did track and field from my granduncles down. And I've just always enjoyed racing and competing against people. It started at first with my sister, me and her would race around the yard, and my cousins, we'd always race down the street and things like that. And I just loved competing. And I was good at it, and I was beating a lot of people, and so yeah, it just felt like a calling for me, and the history goes on.
Now, going back to that visual of you guys in the yard, and you mentioning, of course, your family lineage. Your dad used to stay in tracksuits.
Yeah,
he was actually a track and field coach, right? So was that any pressure on you when you decided to jump into track and field wholesale with him being a coach?
No, and he was my coach when I was a little girl, and up to my junior career. And it's a good thing that he was there with me. He's always been a blessing for me. Just being in there with me. He's kind of taught me a lot of things mentally to be strong and tough in the sport. It's quite a demanding sport sometimes, and just to stay cool, calm, and collected. He's kind of been that statue for me as far as guiding me through everything. And it's been a pretty cool dynamic just to be able to train with my dad. It was tough because sometimes if things didn't go well at the track, we would take it home sometimes. But he's been my building block, and I appreciate him so much. And
So the training process basically started from you were young.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. Yeah, and like I said, he taught me everything I know. We've worked on a lot of things, even down to my technique and things along that line. But I think the biggest part that I've gotten from him is the mentality to be tough in the sport. He's always guided me through it, and it's hard to break now.
Now, going into the mindset of an Olympian, I want you to take us to the Rio Olympics and what was going through your mind as you prepared for that race.
It's for me with Rio. It was a really fun time for me in Rio because my whole family was there. But I also love the feeling of being an underdog. That's always been that's where I get a lot of my energy and motivation from. And going into, I was so excited. I was just like, look, I'm here to take things from everybody today. I want to go for this title, and I want it so bad. And when I first came out onto the track, I remember seeing my family down at the finish line, and I hailed out to them, and I was just like really excited. I trained really hard that year, and when I got behind the blocks, I was talking to myself, and I was just like, we're gonna get this done. And I started talking to God, and I was like, I'm leaving this all in your hands. I've done all the work, and I'm just gonna leave it up to you. Whatever you have in store for me is in store for me. And for me, I'm someone, I feed off of the crowd. And so when they were doing the introductions, and I heard, especially like my family being there, and I heard everyone in the crowd cheering, it just like kind of boosted me even more. And yeah, ran the race and won it, and yeah, that was just a crazy moment for me.
And I know you definitely heard the songs of home, because when Bahamians go to a sporting event, how we get cowbells through?
Listen, there was so many Bahamian flags around the track. Because afterwards I did a victory lap, and I hailed so many Bahamians down there in Rio, and it was just such an amazing moment, because just to have people be there and supporting you, it was awesome.
So when you stood up on that platform, and then you began to hear the national anthem begin to play, and of course you saw all those Bahamian flags, when it hit you that you were bringing home a gold medal, what did that say to you? What did that mean to you?
It was just a proud moment for me. Since I was a little girl, my goal has never been to make it to the Olympics. My goal's always been, I want to be an Olympic champion. And so in that moment, it was just like, wow, I really did it. I'm bringing home a medal for the country. And, I saw my parents there, and I made them proud. And that's one of the big things for me, is to make sure I make my parents proud, because of all the sacrifices that they've made for me. And yeah, just all of those feels, and I could have feel the Bahamian people, cheering, and so yeah, it was a whole lot of emotions coming together, and it was just the perfect moment.
Now you said something that was an iconic statement that you said, and I want people to really grasp that. You said it was never a thing for you to go to the Olympics, but you wanted to be an Olympic champion.
Yes.
And you, Shaunae, have won gold in so many races. It's so much that we can't even name. So every time you step on that track, it may not be the Olympics, but what is going through your head that pushes you and motivates you to say that I have to win this gold medal?
What pushes me is just my younger self, and the dreams that I wanted to achieve since I was a little girl. I still play those things back in my head. I know how bad I want it from since I was young, and I still have so much more that I wanna prove and succeed in. And so yeah, it's just looking back, and I just want to fulfill all those dreams.
I watched I was scrolling on your Instagram, right? You don't follow me, by the way. You think you could fix that?
I can change that.
No, I only play with you.
No, we can change that today.
Okay, so I was scrolling through your Instagram, and while I was scrolling through your Instagram, I saw that you did a commercial with Adidas, and you spoke about colors and how they make you feel. And you said yellow is so bright, it makes you feel happy, and it also reminds you of home. And I constantly see that with you on your social media. You always speak about home. Where does this great love for country come from for you?
It's just a part of who I am, just being a Bahamian, being a proud Bahamian at that. We're such a small nation, and every time we step foot on the international stage, it's just, I want to make my country proud. I want to put us on the map and make sure that the whole world sees what type of talent we have here in the Bahamas. And yeah, I carry the Bahamian flag high, every time I go in. I love my country, I love my people. Everyone's always so supportive, and yeah, I just want to make them all proud.
I agree. It seems like everywhere we go abroad, it's like we dominate.
Yeah.
We leave our mark. We've done it in basketball, track and field, baseball, swimming, art. And I want to ask you, what do you think makes Bahamian athletes so special?
When people normally ask me that, I tell them it's the conch salad. But I think we're just a talented nation. We have so much talent all over in so much different things, and that's why I always try to encourage the youth just to get out there and just try something, anything. You never know what you're good at, and we have so much talent here. And I think for us, every time we step on the international stage, it's just us wanting to make the Bahamian people proud. because I know what that felt like growing up, and you know, seeing the Golden Girls compete, and Tonique Williams, darling, and you know, just like watching them, and it's just, you know, it was a great light in our lives, and so just to be able to do that, it was an awesome feeling just to be able to portray that as well.
Now, I want to get to this, because when you were like doing your thing, I said, whoa, and I'm sure a lot of persons can say that they also had this thinking, and of course I'm a blatantly honest person. I was like, okay, Shaunae, you're married, lovely husband, soon she's gonna want a family. So that means, is she gonna stop running when she has a kid? And when the picture came out that you were pregnant, flawless, by the way, when that came out, I was like, okay, is she gonna run again? And last month, you had baby 2 months ago. Last month you run. Like you run.
Yeah.
How did you mentally prepare for that? Because people would think like maybe it would take like 3 to 4 months in terms of getting yourself back into shape. Girl, your belly flat. So how you mentally prepare for that? How did you mentally prepare for that after birth? And you can also let us know in that scope, like now that you're a wife, you're a mother, you're still an athlete, what is next for Shaunae? What can we expect from you?
Well, for me, it's, you know, it was me just taking my time. I listened to my body really well with a lot of things, and, you know, I took it really slow. Well, I guess some people wouldn't say that was slow, but but no, I really listened to my body, and, you know, I started to feel really good. After all, I was just like, okay, let me just try to get back into things, and yeah, everything just kind of lined up, and you know, I competed with my little sister, and it just felt really good to be back out there. My body feels a lot stronger. I know they always talk about, you know, the strength after giving birth, and I definitely feel it. But yeah, no, I just felt great, and we're gonna start the ball rolling again now, and what's next, we'll see, but the main goal right now is to start working towards Paris Olympics next year. And yeah, I'm definitely not retiring, not yet, no. But you know, like I said, I still have a whole lot more in store, and yeah, I'm working really hard towards that. And you know, we're gonna take things very slowly and really build for next season.
So before we go, there are thousands of Bahamians that look up to you, right? And I wanna get your thoughts in terms of what would you say to them to encourage every Bahamian to believe in themselves, no matter what they may be doing, no matter what career choice they choose. What would be your words of encouragement to them?
I think I would tell them, you know, first and foremost, to always keep God first, keep him as the head. You know, there's a lot of things in my life that I've been through that he's pulled me through, and yeah, you know, he's never gonna leave you stranded. You know, you keep your trust in him, keep your faith high, and you know, just believe in yourself and go out there and have some fun and do whatever you set your mind to. But the main thing is, like I said, keep God first. Have fun with whatever it is that you choose to do. You know, I know a lot of people kind of get stuck sometimes in deciding what they want to do, but you know, listen to your heart and make that decision, and just have fun with it, enjoy it. You know, don't take life too seriously. And yeah, just put in a lot of hard work in whatever you decide to do, and everything's gonna fall into place just like that.
All right, so let me take this back, because you were winning golds for quite a bit. First one was Carifta, right? And then you, in your adulthood.
Well, before that, actually.
Okay.
So my first one was the CUT Games. Was 10. And that's the first time I represented the country in Jamaica.
And then in your adulthood, okay, hold on, wait. Only female sprinter to become world youth champion, world junior champion, Olympic champion, world indoor champion, and world outdoor champion. You, my dear, are the most winningest female sprinter this country has ever seen. Are you a Valley?
I am a Valley, actually.
Only could be a Valley girl. I mean, it's just us, Miller, Valley. Like, am I a long lost sister?
That's my team.
When you
I think we's family.
I think so too. When you go to Paris next year, can I be on the trip as the family member?
You need to be there.
But here's the question to this. How do you feel being known as, being decorated as the best female sprinter this country has ever seen?
You know, it's an amazing feeling, you know, to be the first in the world to do such a thing. You know, it's one of those things where you don't think about it too much, but yeah, no, it's a nice list of great accomplishments, and yeah, it's an awesome feeling just to be the first person to do it and to be a Bahamian as well. Once again, like I said, it puts us on the map, and it just kind of shows the world exactly what type of talent we have.
You're so humble. You're so humble with this. Like, I would have come here with my gold medal on. To Twitter. Here's my final question. Outside of your family members, who was the first person to believe in you as a Bahamian?
It's crazy because there are actually two people. When I was around the ages of 11 or 12, Mr. Frazier and Miss Joy Mackey, and they sat me down and they were telling me, they were like, you know, you're gonna be something special someday, and you're gonna make the entire Bahamas so proud. You know, you're gonna be an Olympic champion, a world champion, and you know, you're gonna be one of the greatest that the world's ever seen. And that's one of the things that's really stuck with me. And every time I see them, I would always remind them about that. And I'd be like, you know what you're doing. But no, they believed in me since I was a little girl. And of course, you know, my family was first, but outside of my family, they were the first ones to believe in me like that. And yeah, like I said, it shows you so much of the Bahamian pride, and it shows you how much the Bahamians are behind you and how much they support us. And yeah, it's just an amazing feeling.
Were those two persons locally?
Yes.
So who believed in you as a Bahamian internationally first?
Internationally, I would say my sponsors, Adidas. They believed in me since I was a little girl. After I won World Juniors for the first time, you know, right away they were like, hey, you know, we're interested. And, you know, they showed me that love and that support, and, you know, they took me in as a part of their family. And so, yeah, they were definitely one that believed in me right from the get-go.
Nice.
I could have seen where I was going to go in my career.
Oh, I love it. And I love your energy, and your spirit is so, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sitting down and having this conversation with me.
Thank you for having me.